G'day, everybody. Welcome in to another episode of Te Akau TV as the racing starts to heat up as summer progresses nicely. Louis Herman Watt and Jamie Richards, your premiership leading trainer, coming at you for another week. And Jamie, we've got a big week to preview because there's a lot of racing going on. There is Ellerslie this evening at the time of recording, Tauranga tomorrow, and then a busy day Saturday with Awapuni and Te Rapa Waikato Cup Day. It's good when it's busy, isn't it? You like it?
Yeah, it's a good time of the year. Plenty of nice horses around and plenty of good racing, but it's a little bit frustrating with the rain that we're getting. But hopefully, hopefully we can find a couple of winners in the weekend.
Yes, that would be exceptionally good, wouldn't it? Look, I want to show you this. I want to play this for the people. This is Avon Taj's trial earlier in the week. There were a lot of trials. You took a big team there, but in particular, I thought she was sensational here. Talk us through what you're watching, just so people can get an insight what you look out for when you get one of your nice ones through the trials.
So Avon Taj went up and trialled at Avondale on Tuesday, just in a 1,000-metre heat with a couple of others there. Look, I'm not sure about the quality of the opposition, but we were going to let her do a little bit just to make sure that she's up to the mark. She usually takes a run under her belt before she really finds her best form. But that was a really good, strong trial. I did say to Opie, let her do a little bit and push her out, and I thought she looked really good. So she'll have an exhibition gallop either at Te Rapa next Saturday or possibly Matamata on the 23rd before she runs in the railway first up. Just have to be a little bit careful of her first up because she's quite a gross doing there. So we'll see how she goes in the railway, but I think she'll be really ready to fire on the Telegraph again.
Exciting stuff. She's a superstar, and we can't wait to see her line up in no time at all. All right, let's rip into it because there is a lot of racing to get through. We're going to start off at Tauranga tomorrow. Race 3, it's maiden over 1,200. Garbo. Joe Cameruda does the riding, claiming 4, so 51 kilograms. This is a Prestige filly on debut, Jamie.
Yeah, Garbo's been a little bit hard to get going. Lets herself down mentally at times, and hence why she's wearing some eccentric gear. She's got earmuffs and brow bands and blinkers and tongue ties on. So hopefully she behaves herself. We think we've got her going pretty good, and she would have to be an each-way chance from a good barrier there. I thought her trial at Cambridge on the synthetic was fairly strong from back in the field, so wouldn't be the worst chance at odds.
Yeah, well, we can all let ourselves down mentally, so we won't hold that against the young girl at this stage anyway. Race 9, Combat Queen. We love Combat Queen. From Barrier 9, Danielle Johnson doing the riding, 54.5. 4-year-old Piero mare, and second up from a spell after resuming at Waikato, Jim.
Yeah, it wasn't the worst at Te Rapa. Was going to get caught wide, so went back. And although she didn't make a lot of ground, she held her spot over a distance that's a bit short of her best, and her first run at the races in a very long time. So she's improved off that. She's drawn awkwardly again. We'll just see how everything plays out, see how she jumps. If she jumps well, we might be able to sneak forward a bit. If she just jumps a little bit fair, then we'll probably have to go back. But she's an each-way chance at odds again, probably quite similar to Garbo.
Excellent stuff. Then we roll on to Saturday. Awapuni, Landmark Homes 1,400. That's race 1. Get Hitch from 13. Craig Grills 56.5. It's a 4-year-old son of Lonro, and he's back from Australia.
Yeah, she's going well. Pleased with her trial at Te Aroha last week. We think the key to her is soft ground, and she will get that down there. It's a heavy 10 at the moment, Thursday afternoon, but they are getting some drying weather down there, so hopefully we'll get back into the slow range. She's drawn a little bit awkward, but she gets back in her races anyway, so she's probably one of our better chances down there on Saturday.
And, of course, she actually is a 4-year-old black mare and the Cambridge stud colours as well. So not a son of Longrobe. That's all right. Race 2, Hunting and Fishing 1,200 open handicap. A decent sprint. Romantic Lady, 5 out of 5 with Craig Girls, 56.5. Won well here last time. Do you think she could potentially repeat the dose, Jamie?
Yeah, she's going well. She's got to take the step up in class into open company for the first time. But we sort of think we've found the right race for her. We were going to run her at Te Rapa in the J swap, but it did come up fairly strong, and she drew a pretty ordinary barrier. So she goes down there. Hopefully that track gets back to the slow range, and she's got to be another nice chance if she can handle the step up in class, which we believe she can do.
Race 3, Dunstan Feeds Stayers Champs qualifier 2200, and Aromatic from Barrier 9 with Grillsy carrying 58. Has a crack here. 2 wins in a second at County, so nice form line for the grey mare coming into this race.
Yeah, she's putting together a good record. She's had 6 starts with 3 wins and 3 seconds, so she's a consistent mare. We had this race picked out because it's 3 weeks from New Year's Day into the Dunstan final up there. Over 2400. Just not 100% sure whether she goes south yet. Just want to see what happens with the track. There is the option of possibly looking at running her at Te Rapa next Saturday. But the Sacred Falls do usually handle a little bit of easing in the ground, so just keep an eye on her there. She'll more than likely go, but if they got another shower or something that stayed in the heavy range, she'd be a doubtful starter.
Okay, we'll keep an eye across Aromatic in race 3. Race 4, Central House Movers 2100. It's another open handicap. Mongolian Conqueror from Barrier 5. Craig Grills 59.5. 6-year-old Ocean Park gelding. Probably didn't give the best account of himself at Counties, Jamie. Do you think he can bounce back?
He's an unlikely starter. He doesn't win out of turn, and he needs no excuses. So I don't think we'll take him down there to run on a wet track third up over a trip. We might just take it easy, and he could go to the open mile at Te Rapa next Saturday and then progress on to middle distance racing from there.
Okay, race 5, Himatangi Transport Limited 1600 open handicap. Weaponry, Grillsy again 55.5. 5-year-old Declaration of War gelding. It wasn't too far off them last time here.
Yeah, he good on this run behind Rock on Wood, who's obviously gone and franked that form, albeit there was a significant swing in the weight. So he goes down there in good shape. His work's been solid. He can handle soft tracks, so he'll be on the float tomorrow morning and be a nice each way chance.
All right, well, we roll into a massive day at Te Rapa for the Waikato Racing Club. It is the Sky City Hamilton Waikato Cup Day, and it's going to be a massive party there. So actually, the tickets are sold out, which is good news. So they'll be screaming. All your fans will be at the birdcage screaming at you, Jamie. It's just usual business for yourself. Race 2, Loesch Gollum Jones Premier 1200 for 2-year-old Sword of State. Opie Bosson carrying 57 from Barrier 2. It's a Schnitzel colt. Is this colt exciting, Jamie?
Yeah, he's going well. We're pleased with him. He's taken a little bit longer than we might have liked to just sort of, be strong enough to head off to the races. But we think we've got him in a good space. He trialled well the other day on unsuitably soft ground at Te Araha, back up on top of the ground at Te Rapa from a good handy gate. He'll be forward and running and be a nice chance.
Well, you've got another nice type straight away. Race 3, Dunstan Horse Feeds Premier. So 3-year-olds and Brando from 7. I assume Opie's doing the riding here. How's Brando travelling, Jamie? He's open relatively short with the bookies. He's got a bit of a fan club.
He's going well. Tried well at Te Araha the other day. Same trial as Get Hitched. Got held up a little bit, but got home nicely. He was a chance of going to Awapuni for the 65-12 just to give him a trip away from home. But it just came up a little bit too wet from down there. So we'll stay closer to home in a tougher race. De La Terre, she's got a rating of 80. We're 18 points below her off a rating of 62, and we only give her a kilo. So she's really well in at the weights. But he's going well. He's drawn to get a nice economical trip. Hopefully one out, one back there. He's a colt that we've got a lot of time for and looking forward to him racing on Saturday.
Exciting stuff. Race 4, Pathways, the Immigration Specialist Premier 1200. It's a rating 74. Burgundy Rose from Barrier 5. Joe Cameroon doing the riding, so claiming 4 down to 55 kilograms. Lights out, 2 from 2 for this preparation for this Burgundy mare. Can she keep improving, do you think, Jamie?
She can. She's won well over 1,000 and then only just won at Taranaki over 1,100 last time. But her work's been good. She's not a very big mare, so I think that the claim will help. She'll go forward from Barrier 5, be up on the speed somewhere, and give a good account of herself.
Yep, she likes it up on the speed. Lilakoi in the same race from Gate 7 with Danielle carrying 57.5. Probably didn't love the wet track last time. Was that what unstuck it, do you think?
Yeah, I think so. I think Ryan didn't really knock her around when she was sort of struggling in the ground, which was sort of unexpected, being by Charm Spirit. They seemed to handle a little bit of give on the ground, but she didn't really like that track at Hastings. So her work's been solid. She went and had an exhibition gallop at Ellerslie last Saturday just to keep her up to the mark, and she needs good ground, and hopefully we'll get that on Saturday.
Well, race 5's an absolute ripper. I'm very excited to see this race play out. The J-Swap Sprint Handicap. It's over 1,400. It's a Group 3. And we have Breed of Her, the big boy, lines up. Obviously didn't make the trip down to the capital last weekend. It was just too wet for you guys, and you decided to not run him in the mile. So he comes in here. He gets a good gate from 5, OP up with 58. How do you work him in a week where he was meant to be running in a mile and he's back to 1,400? Do you do anything in particular, Jamie, or is it just business as usual and make sure he's a happy horse?
Yeah, exactly right. To make sure he's a happy horse, we've kept things nice and sharp with him this week. Worked over 1,000 on Tuesday morning, and just had a little bit of 3/4 this morning on the course proper, and looked fantastic when he came past us. So he's a good horse. 1,400 might be short of his best against some of those top line sprinters, but we're going to get a good line on him and sort of find out how we're going. Nice gate. Should get a good run. Genuine each way chance.
Does pushing him a week back and having to change his race, does that change his end goal or his end target at all?
Probably does a little bit. Like we were on trial from the Captain Cook going into the Zabel Classic. He won't go there now. There was a little train of thought that he'd go from the Captain Cook and stay fresh for the Thorndon. I guess that's still a chance of happening. But we'll just sort of see how it plays out. There's a chance he could run in the Rich Hill again, which he won last year. As long as he wasn't top weight. So we'll just sort of see how it all plays out.
Okay. Well, we've got Burgundy Bell in this race as well in the sprint from barrier 4. Danielle gets in with 53. Surely a little bit of cheek with lightweight. I like this horse, Jamie.
Absolutely. She was good last time behind Tavi Mack, who's going really well. She's adept in all conditions. I guess she does go quite keen at 1,400, whether 1,200 is her pet trip or 14 might just be a touch far up for her. I'm not sure, but she doesn't really enjoy going right-handed, so we didn't have a lot of options for her. She's drawn a nice low gate. She'll get a soft trip from there up on speed, and if she doesn't over-race too much and they go along at genuine tempo, she's got to be a good each-way chance.
Race 6, Wentwood Grange Premier, 1,400 metres. Mai Tai from barrier 4 with OP carrying 57. She keeps racing there or thereabouts, doesn't she?
Yeah, she's going well. She's a progressive mare. She's owned by Wentwood, who sponsor the race, which is cool. So hopefully we can get a bit of their sponsorship money back. But she's going well. Been really pleased with her. She was really good at Awapuni last time. I think when she should have been going forward at the 600, she was sitting still. Wasn't Ryan's best ride, but hopefully OP can turn it around and we can see her be really competitive on Saturday.
Awesome stuff. And then the big one, race 7, Sky City Hamilton Waikato Cup. Sauvignon Blanc from gate 11, Danielle Johnson, 54.5. Now, this mare has developed quite the fan club, I've realised, since we did our Waikato Cup preview show for another platform. Why is she such a likeable type, do you think, Jamie?
She's pretty genuine, pretty honest. And I think she's got a couple of good races in her at some stage. So, she's going along really well. Her work's been spot on. Thought she looked great on the course proper here this morning. Troy was very complimentary of her work. So we go in there confident that she's ready to run a really good race.
Yeah, well, she got shaved 30 cents straight off her as soon as the market's open. So people are keen, and you can kind of see why. Big weekend. Do you have one in particular you're really excited to see race, Jamie?
Really looking forward to Sauvignon Blanc. I think she's going well. Looking forward to seeing Breed of Her in the 1,400, even though it might be a touch short. We've got high expectations for Brando. This is a nice race to kick them off in for this preparation as we head towards Ellerslie and then hopefully back to Wellington for the Levin Classics. So got some really nice chances, and hopefully we can pick up 1 or 2 to be great.
Awesome stuff. Well, thank you, Jamie Richards, Premiership leading trainer. Thanks to everybody who follows Te Akau on all of the social channels, all of the supporters. Good luck to Connections. Good luck to everyone doing the riding.